Hey everyone, let's talk about the E7 Masters that ran last weekend. It was the semifinals and the final in one live stream. So today I'll be watching the games as they went because I haven't yet. For that, let me do display capture, and we'll get right into the games here. So unmute the sound. So the semifinals that we'll be watching today are Alibi versus Hazamare and Magic Key against Tetsu. So if I were to put bets on who wins this, I'd say Hazamare wins the semifinal against Alibi, unless Hazamare has or is throws games, but it's gonna be close. I believe Alibi is a fantastic. All four of them are fantastic players. But I believe Hazamare's account is a little bit better, especially for best of 5, which this is. And the final is going to be best of 7, if I'm not totally mistaken. Same for Tetsu versus Magic Key. I believe Magic Key has the better account, but if Tetsu is able to quickly go to 3-0, for example, then yeah, he's gonna win because Tetsu is currently ranked 2 as we speak, or while making this video, an RTA ladder, and his account is incredibly strong when it comes to single 2-game matches. Well, you don't have that many bans because Tetsu's account is kind of limited, so he can't go back 2 or 3 metas, whereas Magic Key can, and Hazamare can as well as Alibi can. So from the 4, even though they're all amazing players, I believe Tetsu is the weakest because his account just isn't made for best of 5s or best of 7s. I wouldn't still put it behind Tetsu to still get to the finals, just because if he can outdraft Magic Key and play better than Magic Key in the first 2 games, there is a good chance that that Tetsu might actually win a 3rd game and go into the finals. So, like I said, this isn't really an easy decision, but if it were me, I would say Hazamare and Tetsu are going to face each other in the finals. So let's start the matches. Let me quickly move ahead so we find ourselves in the drafting phase in Hazamare versus Alibi. So right out of the gate, we see Alibi go for a super fast comp, whereas Hazamare is going for a tank down and reverse cleave, so to say, with RB. Currently speaking, this is looking rough for Hazamare. He needs a really, really strong pick 5, and that really strong pick 5 could just get banned. The draft from Alibi looks really strong. He has 2 openers with Lydica and Briar, both of which are actually pretty strong in their own regards. They can hamper the units of Hazamare, but then again, Hazamare can just ban out the Briar, and then Raid plus RB plus can just do their work. I like the Arya pick here, honestly, because it just denies souls, which Alibi is heavily leaning on. But I feel like Alibi, especially because of Celine. Celine is always going to be an issue. Celine is so overpowered, especially when you have Boss Arunka. I don't know. It feels like Alibi has got this game, unless he misplays heavily. So Alibi, I believe, could just ban out, I was about to say Biblis, so cool. At the same read, Biblis is the most dangerous one here. Briar was a very obvious ban for Hazamare. He really wants to revive on both the Ruel and the RB. So let's check out how the game plays out. It's a double decrescent or double cringe RB. I hate this variant so much. Not that it's just 90% evasion, it's also 50%, aka 100% counter. Hazamare countered on the very first action, which is a classic. I really hate RB. Like, there's no unit that makes me mauled more than RB, and I'd much rather play all day long against Setsuka than one game against RB. That's how far it's come, because this RB unit is just He's just dumb. This unit should not exist in this form. Like, it would have been enough if he had a 70% evasion. That on its own is already stupid beyond belief. But the fact that he also has Ignore ER, throwback for debuffs, it's just, I don't know, man. Also, Alibi getting lucky to hit the Wraith for 50%. Blind is actually not a debuff. But yeah, that's huge for Alibi to get rid of the first stack of Ruel. We're also seeing that Hazamaray is not on reversal Ruel, which, in my opinion, if you're not running reversal Ruel, you're doing Ruel wrong. And this is one of these cases where not having reversal Ruel cost him the game, basically. Because I believe from this point onwards, Alibi cannot lose anymore. Actually, he can. If Alibi misses kill on Blind, or if Blind counters, but I don't think this Blind is on counter set, then he still has a chance. But I just don't see Azamaray winning this. It seems to be a Rocket Punch Aruka, by the way. Interesting. Unlucky for Alibi that this attack didn't go into Celine. That would have been kind of dank. Alright, this should duel with Celine, so she heals up a bit. He just crits. Hits, I mean. Let's see. Oh, he misses. That's very unfortunate. But I believe the Celine is going to lap the RB. Man, I actually haven't seen Rocket Punch or counter Rocket Punch Aruka in so long. It feels weird. They're rocking quite well. She's still alive and kicking. Alright. So does he have his free ready? Yeah, the Celine's gone. Why do I have a feeling that RB is going to 4v1 this? Yeah, this RB is gonna win. And this is what I meant, like, this 90% evasion thing with RB is just not it, man. Like, Azamari had no business winning this game, but apparently he is, because RB. Unless Alibi hits the 10%. Oh, wait. Nah. Yeah, and now he's sealed. It's so dumb. This RB unit, man. Like, can we please nerf or unbuff RB? Like, just revert the buff. Like, I don't know, man. Alright, let's see. So, Alibi going for a super high aggro comp. A little bit of everything. Apparently, this is just racing aim it with Pirate Flan. Very ambitious, especially against Azamaray. On the other hand, Azamaray's only real damage is Vildred. So let's see how this plays out. This could go both ways. I can't make any prediction here. It'd be white. Good for Alibi outspeed. No way Alibi outspeeds Hazumaray here. Hazumaray is really fast. Yeah. But 2% only. That's crazy fast of a Pirate Flan. Or crazy slow Heimat. We won't know, but I don't believe that Azumarill would be slow. Alright, this should get rid of most of Alibi's team here. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. That was a very quick and dirty second game. Yeah, Hazumaray is on a roll. So let's check the next game, I suppose. Hazumaray going for another aggro comp, this time Moonlight Lure. Alibi takes out the Celine and protects her with Christy, could be a very good comp. We also see RB again, so maybe RB from Hazamurai can just counter and dodge his way to win or to victory. But on the other hand, Alibi does have Racist Secret. Um, I have nothing nice to say about Racist Secret, so I won't. Obviously on Goblet's Oath, because that's how the game rolls. Right, let's see. If he lands on most of these units, it's going to be really tough. He does land on Racist, which is very nice. Resist, though. Are we doing RB things? I see. Ooh, that's gonna be a nice layer of additional protection for the team here. Bigger barrier. If he decides to... Actually, no way. No way. He actually didn't S3. I find that interesting. I mean, yeah, he still has barriers on all his team. He should be fine. Celine has only a 3 soul burn. Decides to just... That's quite a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see if this Biblis can tag. Surely she won't tag Celine, that's expected. But the other two, that's going to be the interesting part. She does tag. So Arby gets rid of the racist here. Oh, also Boss Aronka, which is very good. Hazamurai needs to stockpile souls, so he eventually can soul burn his S3 onto the... and get rid of the Celine that way. It's gonna be a tough part, or it's gonna be tough because he also needs the ideal CR, because once Celine is gone from the game, Hazamurai can lose this, but it's gonna be really tough to do. Alright, let's see. On the other hand, this racist cigarette, if Hazamurai isn't running much AR on his units, and I would only assume the Arrow will have a lot of ER just because that's a passive nowadays. And the rest probably does get feared unless 15% plays into Hazamurai's hands. Alright, uses S3 for a big fat shield again. Also buff stacking the RB in the process, so RB is not, it's just gonna lose the top 2 buffs if I'm not totally mistaken. Let's raise the secret on the Siava, by the way. Oh, she's up. Oh yeah, I forgot she took this one turn. Yeah, I remember. So here's Arby praying to not hit Celine. There's no real point in S3 here, in my opinion, here. Nice, didn't hit a Celine. Lua 1 turn off, so he probably is hoping for another Guiding Light. He did get Guiding Light, which is very nice, so Lua is protected. I didn't check whether Guiding Light is buff stacked. It is not. Okay, so now Alibi should get rid of Lua first, honestly. Because she can actually ruin his game plan. Okay, gets rid of... Okay. I mean, he has enough souls, so he should be fine. He gets rid of the mitigation, okay. Maybe go for the... Oh, okay, it just is freeze. So he let the Lua do her thing. The Bliss 1 turn off of her is free. Oh, Hazamurai is 1 soul off from Soulburn S3. That sucks. That really does suck for him. Does he go for it? We know that he can tag the cigarette, so... Okay, he does. He can also tag the boss Aronka, which is good to know. He didn't land the provoke though, but that doesn't matter. But I don't see Hazamurai winning this. I'll be honest. Because he has no means, yeah, RB is dying here now. And Celine heals back to full, which is kind of awkward. But at least Ken is free now, I suppose. Sobin is free too. So, oh wait, it doesn't get rid of, yeah. Sobin is free would have entered. Man, this Celine deals so much damage, and that's through miss. The buff, what's it called? Windrider buff is really potent in that case. Yeah, now you just can dismantle the entire team. Gone is the RB, damage gone basically. Celine is one turn off of us, free. It's protected by the huge ER, so the Biblis won't do much. Does not kill the Biblis though, but yeah, at the end of the day, Azamarai loses just this. No way he wins, so let's move on to the next game. Alright, Hazamarai going for another cleave. And Alibi is racing. We know that Alibi's Pyroflan seems to be really fast, so let's see. I like the Celine. Okay, he doesn't go for it. I would have liked Selenium. She'd be a force ban, honestly, because that means Hazamarai cannot S2 with either Brigitte or Salami. And I find this to be a little bit better than Moondom, but at the end of the day, I believe Hazamarai was always gonna ban last. Between Celine and Moondom, it doesn't really matter. Both would get banned, so I believe it's fine. And yeah, bans the Shuri. He's the... Because he is most often, most Shuri are on Sashay, and you don't want to give the enemy more CR pushes than he already has. RNL on the Surin. Alright, bird's eye view. Classic counter pager. Also, Hazamarai very comfortably outspent. I just wanted to mention. Yeah, this looks cooked for Alibi. Yeah. Oh boy, Hazamarai. That was one quick dismantlement, I would say. Let's move on to Magic Key versus Tetsu. So, Tetsu going for defensive plays, whereas Magic Key is classic cleaving. Requiem Ruana. That's a unit I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, first in Epic 7 Masters 2. Why am I not surprised? But it's a good pick here. It's unironically a pretty good pick. Because most of the Requiem Ruanas, they are on 300 plus effectiveness. That DN will definitely not resist. That Arcades won't definitely resist. Blind is going to get turn reduced. Yeah. Probably was the obvious ban. Just so the Teo can do stuff. And Celine. I'm kind of surprised Tetsu banned Celine. I guess Tetsu's just really confident in the ER of his team. Because from my point of view, the Belian is the weakest link here with the least amount of ER. So Zio will most likely naturally go into Belian and get his get her pushed back. So let's see. So Magic Key probably I would go into Belian always. She's the most likely to get actually pushed back. Yeah. Same idea for Magic Key. Now you can S3, then kill off the Arcades. And it's gonna be probably smooth sailing from there on out. Nice. Was really either this Arcades was incredibly tanky or Magic Keys Tayu isn't built on full-on DPS. I wonder. Alright. Lands the turn increase on... wait, he actually hits the RB. 90 or 70%. I didn't... Oh, this could be a photogenic RB. In that case, it's only 70% chance to dodge, but it's still kind of funny that 70% chance to dodge didn't apply here. Alright. Full strip on the Tayu, which is very nice. The RB can now do nasty things. 100%. This is a photogenic RB. I have no doubts in my bone. Miss, okay. Just a little bit short of killing the RB, but Zio can finish the job. Opts not to go for it though. Oh, yeah. He actually got the kill, okay. So 50% CR push. Isn't it still just kill RB? Yeah, because he's already a top CR, so might as well go for it. If this is photogenic RB, the entire backline dies here. It is. GG. RB won again. This unit is not ethical. Can we please unbuff him? Thank you. So Tetsu won, as expected, so to say. Let's check out this draft. Tetsu, Firen, Harsedi. Okay. So classic Harsedi matchup. I'm tired, but I want to push through this. Whereas Magic Key, I really like the Moonlight Kairon pick here. It's such a cool pick against especially Flan and Freon. The only downside is that you need him to stay alive. But let's see if he manages to survive long enough. Honestly, in Tetsu's case, I would probably even ban the Kairon because he's just such a danger to both Flan and Freon. He bans mitigation. I mean, that probably works too. But that means if this Kairon is super tanky, this could be really dicey. I don't know. I have a feeling Magic Key could get this. And we need to consider Setsuka is also on Magic Key's team, which means Kairon, once he gets low on HP, he's gonna have so much evasion. He's going to be very likely to dodge, and if he dodges, especially with his counter buff up, his shield is big enough to sustain most damage. So let's see. Next up in role is the Yoha. So that's a very ideal rotation for Tetsuya. Yeah, I have a feeling Tetsu might win this just based off of his team going entirely first here. Tetsu also casually hitting everything, which is kind of wild. This goes into Kairon. Okay. Ooh. So if Freon hits the Kairon here, this game might be over right now. Oh, miss. I'll be honest, that was kind of a greedy play by Tetsu. Oh my god, he missed on Luna. Now Luna can has 3. 40%. Kairon, does he kill the Freon? He does. He also almost killed the Flan. But Yoha still has a free source. He just blinks back the Freon and then it's going to be an issue. I guess Yoha just dies. Alright, now it's down to Setsuka versus Harsedi. Arsenal should lap the Setsuka here. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a close game. I don't know, Chief. She hits the Setsuka again. Wild. Keiron dodges, okay. Why does it look like Tetsu is going to lose this now? Because... Oh my god, he missed. Yeah, Magic Key got this. I don't think he loses. Arset is injured to death. Oh my... Huh? You Soulburn here? Yeah. More damage, big shield. You refresh it? Yeah. Arset loses this. Unless Hila... Oh my god, he dodged again. Yeah. Oh my god. I called it. I called it that the Keiron was the ban. Very nice. I like this game a lot. Alright, Magic Key draft. Very nice. Super fast with some slow units. The Iseria, early Iseria, I wanted to say, is kind of funny because Tetsu pre-banned Mord. Pre-banning Mord is incredibly risky if you don't first pick Iseria in that case. And Magic Key used this to his advantage. So Tetsu is low-key forced. I mean, Magic Key should ban RB. Like, he's the most dangerous one of the bunch. And Tetsu probably bans Hecat. Although Hecat also helps Tetsu because she eliminates Celine. Those are bans I did not expect one single bit. I mean, I can understand Tetsu not banning Hecat because she helps him out. But on the other hand, if Magic Key outspeeds, Tetsu can actually just FF. But then Magic Key only can hit 2 units realistically, both Lua and Genesis Ras. Genesis Ras can't be debuffed and the other 2 units have evasion, so it's only essentially Lua. That's a massive outspeed. So let's see how this goes. Oh my god, he hits the para. Oh, he's on Gifted Pen. Ah, that's a pretty good tech. It only works reliably when you have first turn prio. Ooh, she hits RB. Oh boy. On the flip side, she also hits the Feyre. Holy, when is it my turn to be this lucky? I would have missed both, by the way, 100%. Casually duels with Lua. Alright, the cat goes into stealth. I do believe that Genesis Ross is still going to kill her though. So you seal off the Celine. Actually no, you have to seal off the Iseria. And that's kind of awkward. Oh boy, he gets countered. That's 20% HP gone. And now he probably gets countered again and it's gonna be another 20% HP gone. Yep. Yeah, Tetsu's like, I'm not doing this. Understandable. Oh boy, Magic Key in the lead. But that's the power of being fast. Like, we can see Tetsu isn't really the fastest. His Helen Lure is probably like 290. Maybe 300 speed. Whereas Magic Key is probably 320 plus or 315, 320 plus on his Lytica. Alright, let's move on to the next game. When is the next game? Oh, I took a break, huh? Where is it? Right. Did I miss? Oh no, the next game is played right away. Alright. Oopsie, let's check the draft. So it's Magic Key cleaving versus Tetsu trying to anti-cleave. I guess the Zero gets banned. And then it's Tetsu's Sea Phantom. Yeah. Again, oh my god. He lets the combo through Conqueror plus Argent Waves. Wow. If Magic Key outspeeds, that's gonna be it for Tetsu. There's no comeback from this. Because then if Hua moves, Hua is freeze, Tori is freeze, Tori is kill something with S1. And for the most part, every unit dies to Hua's S2. Yeah, that's GG. 99%. Unlucky for Tetsu. Yeah. Now you has 2 onto Yulha. Who is free. Kill off both the Yula and Kali, and then Tori just deals with the rest. Yep, and that's my arena cleave. Hua plus Conqueror. So Magic Key makes it into the final. Cool. Let's check it out. Alright, game number 1. Hazamaray versus Magic Key. Alright, Hazamaray, Renug plus Estelle, RB, naturally everybody's picking RB. By the way, in this tournament, Ivana was not allowed, so DN still sees a lot of play, but in actual RTA these days, you virtually don't see any DN anymore. It's crazy. It's literally the DDR Schneel type of apocalyptic event for DN, which I don't mind. DN is super toxic, as we've seen in these games too. Alright, I like this pick from Magic Key. He tells Hazamaray either you forfeit your speed or you have no souls. I like this. I like this a lot. It's good drafting by Magic Key here. On the flip side, Hazamaray has the option to just go for more sustain, more oomph. Arya could be good, but you could also just go for Tori doesn't make that much sense. Oh yeah, Aki. Aki is a unit. I always forget about Aki. A fantastic choice. Absolutely fantastic choice. You ban Ruel and then Aki. Actually, no, you don't ban Ruel. You ban the Harsetti and then Aki cleans house. And Aki is also the first ban for Magic Key here in this case. Yeah. Oh, Hazamaray actually went for the rail ban. Huh. Okay, nice. So initially, my initial thought was, yeah, ban rail. And interesting that Hazamaray would agree with me on this, even though I pivoted to Harsetti ban. But with all the mitigation and depending on speed CR, Harsetti isn't that dangerous, especially not the comp that Magic Key has. The only real oomph in that team is Frieren anyway, and Salome to some degree. Estelle from Hazamaray is on with a little friend, so the damage sharing is kind of reduced, so it's a lot of mitigation in that case for Hazamaray. So he has 3 CSC. Lands good debuffs. So no shields for the majority of Hazamaray's team. It's kind of funny that Magic Key's team moves entirely before the team of Hazamarey. Well, almost the entire team. Freeman goes after the RB, but the RB probably loses his first life right here. 7k HP Freeman. Yeah, this is full nuke. RB dies here from miss. Ooh, he does not. But this pushes up the Freeman for Magic Key, so eventually he does go first for the entirety. Alright, both DN and still are gone here now, and RB cannot win against Freeman ever. So Hazamarey lost the first one. Okay. This looks to be very interesting. Alright, let's check out the second game. Celine protected by Christie on 3, or if Hazamarey bans the Celine, then it's Iseria protected by Celine. Did we have a Morse ban? No. So Hazamarey just tries to cleave him down. I see. Okay, let's see if the cleave works. Especially when playing against Christie, it's going to be tough. Oh wait, he hasn't locked in Iseria yet. I do like Iseria though. Because there's lots of AoE. Yeah, I was about to say there's lots of AoE on Hazamarey's side, so Iseria makes the most sense. And it's a force ban, so to say, too. I believe Celine is less of an issue than Iseria for Hazamarey's team, that is. Yeah, absolute force ban here. Same for the Strays. Alright, this could be another Celine showcase. Yeah, there's no way Celine loses this. My god. Alright, so. Luna moves second, alright. Actually, she won't move second because Hazamarey's team gets the push. Celine outsped. Yeah, that's awkward. So goodbye, Yulha, I say. Oh, he does not. Wait, isn't Yulha first turn kill prior though? I'm not sure I agree here, because Yulha can just revive. Actually, it doesn't really matter that much. This Celine is never dying. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. He just basically got rid of all the damage. He could revive Architect Leica and strip somebody's buffs, but Celine is always going to survive. Like, how are we dealing with Celine? Yeah. Yeah. The Celine unit, man, she's not ethical. Magic Key, holy, that's a very comfortable lead, a perfect start for Magic Key. 2 very quick wins here. I guess. Oh no, there's still more content. So I guess Hazamarey, or there's, I don't know, maybe there's announcements, maybe there's something else. But it's best of 7, so Magic Key needs 2 more wins. And look at the pre-bans. Like, we've already had 6 pre-bans from either player. Now there are some overlapping pre-bans like Freerun. But still, that's quite a lot. So, Magic Key goes for a Hasedi round. I mean, it's worked so far for him. But Hazamarey gets out the Twisted Idol Kairon. So, will we end up seeing another Kairon versus Hasedi gameplay? That would be kind of funny because, especially the team that Magic Key has, Kairon is going to be pretty good into that. But I would assume that Magic Key saw the previous video and might opt to ban the Kairon. That Corvus looks kind of scary though. I'm gonna be honest. So what would I ban? Because these are drafts I usually don't see on either side. So as Hazamarei, it's hard to say. Like, I don't personally care if I'm a Kairon user. I don't personally care about Setsuka that much. It could be banned Arwell just to get rid of mitigation. But I also see a very good reason to just ban out the Corvus, because he can just one-tap something and then it's extincted. As Magic Key, so those are my two picks here, two ban picks I would go for, either Arwell or Dark Corvus. My gut feeling says let's get rid of Dark Corvus and somehow deal with Arwell, but I could be wrong on that. And as Magic Key, I'd be kind of forced to ban Ruel or Salami, because these two alone can make your life very miserable. So let's see what they opt for. So Magic Key already decided. Hazamarei still waiting. Okay, yes, Dark Corvus as well. So kind of predicted right in that case. All my game sense also caught up on these two bans. Alright, let's check out the game. Next to move is Arwell, which is a little bit unfortunate for Magic Key. You ideally want Arwell to go after you suffered some damage. That Renak doesn't look that very healthy anymore. But Renak survives. Renak is probably dead though to the S1 here from Arwell. Yeah. Alright. So. Yeah, what do we do in Hazamarei's case? Do we copy the Genesis Ras and unlock speed? Oh, but it's only 20% Kairon, but it could be worth. I mean, it's 8k damage, I believe. Gets countered, nice. Yeah, probably was kind of around about 8k or 12. I don't know how much it was, but it was good enough to a point where Tori doesn't have that many buffs anymore, just one remaining. So that's good. I like it. I like this play. I like this play. I didn't see that play. Wait, he did not Soulburn. Interesting. But he lands both buffs. Nice. Debuffs, I mean. So Arwell should be dead here. Comes back with Holy Sack naturally. But it also... oh, never mind. It does not get rid of Dorsey because Setsuka is a unit. Alright, does she proc her Cascade now? Procs off of 4 buffs. Which is kind of okay, I guess. This Tori buff is so good because she now has one more buff. Well, because the Cascade decision is made on her previous turn when she gains the 3 buffs. Then she's at 4 naturally with immunity. That's an 80% chance, which is pretty good. Alright, this is looking kind of tough for the Kairon here. I believe this is a good time to just, press, I was about to say. And then it's just Setsuka versus Kairon. 31k HP Kairon. That's wild. You can now Soulburn. Just get the collapse. I would have Soulburned the collapse here, honestly. I don't see any reason why not. But he just hits. I suppose that's a possibility too. Hazamarei taking it back. Moonlight Kairon, 2 out of 2-0 today. That's pretty wild. Alright, game number 4. We're seeing another Arky draft. Hazamarei playing super aggressively. Magic Key tries to fend them off with some speed on his own with Moonlight Lure, hoping for a force ban on the Solitaria against the Flan, but in SMRA's case, I don't think you really care that much. But we'll find out. So naturally, I believe SMRA should just ban the you can actually just ban Belian, honestly. And assuming that, or you ban the Lure just so you can guarantee turn 1. You push up, the Arky takes a turn and then just cleans house. But Arky gets banned 100%. So all my decision and theory crafting, decision making theory crafting goes out of the window because no way Arky makes it through the draft. And if he does, Hazamaray wins. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes. Arky never makes it through the draft. He's just a force ban at this point. I rarely see him make it through the draft. Alright. Let's skip ahead a few seconds. That's a fast para. Looks like a para that Sindri, my beloved guild leader, would also play. Like 310 speed. Really strong with Flan in that case because she gets so much tempo and you get to kill off the Celine here, which is very nice. I wouldn't S1 here just because the Lure might outspeed. Yeah, just this free onto the Celine and it's Tamaguchi. Or gotta go into Blind. Okay, he goes into Blind. But this goes S2 onto Celine. Yeah, naturally. Then I have to. Alright, Lure is free. Oh yeah, naturally, because Lure no, she provokes to herself. Yeah. But I don't believe that Lure is going to live long enough. Oh, Sinbad gets hit. He's gonna do some nice damage. Whoa, the lines did. Okay, Hazamaray. 2-2. He closed the gap and now everything's open again. Alright, 2 more wins for either player to win the entire tournament. Let's skip ahead a little bit, check out the last draft. Okay, Hazamaray. Natural ban from Magic Key is the Brigitte. You don't necessarily want Hazamaray to have that much tempo, especially because Brigitte would then just push up the high cut and start something. So Brigitte is the natural force ban, and Magic Keys or Hazamaray kind of has to pre-ban post-ban Iceria. Because Iceria, for the most part, hard counters his entirety. Oh, okay. I'm not so sure I agree with the Luna ban. What? Because Tori can kill the Iceria, and that's kind of cooked. Also, Hazamaray, I'm curious to see whether Hazamaray is going to S2 with Renak, or whether he just goes for the S3, because I'm kind of sure that Ras is going to be the front row here. Yeah, naturally. So you are forced to S3 here as Hazamaray, unless you want to gamble. Yeah. You don't want to push luck that much. Doesn't get punished. RB gone with the wind. That's the power of Pursued Renak. There goes the Ras, I assume. Yep. And now if Tori procs, Magic Key lost. I'd like to point out Tori did not have a buff. There's a non-zero chance that Iseria survives this. And this is why I would never leave a Magic Key's place here, because there is always a world in which Iseria survives. The Ruel was next to move and could have just astute or as freed the Iseria. So this was not over. I believe Magic Key through here. He had a chance. This wasn't far from over. Okay, but Hazumaray takes the lead, 3-2. What is Hazumaray doing here? Why am I seeing Elvira on 3 against this comp? I mean, sure, he's now not gonna ban the LCB, but this is such a weird draft from Hazumaray. Like, I don't know what I'm seeing, I'll be honest. Because it goes from super fast with Sigrid to incredibly slow with all the 3 other units so far. So I feel like Hazumaray needs some form of speed. Which Strays probably is 250, 280 speed. I can see that, but Strays probably gets, or actually, I don't even know what I would ban in Magic Key's situation. Is it Setsuka ban? Probably. Or is it Strays ban? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Unless Magic Key lands all the debuffs with DDR, I have a feeling Hazumaray wins this. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a interestingly weird game, I feel like. Alright, Hazumaray moves first. Misses on the Bellona, which is kind of unfortunate. So I suppose he has 3 onto Beline here. Yep. But now the DDR is going to do nasty things. He's gonna have 3, he's gonna have 2, and then probably control Hazumaray forever. Well, that Setsuka just resisted. I suppose there is hope for Hazumaray. Kinda have to S3, otherwise you run the danger of getting run over by Setsuka. Also, tag buff for LCB is very nice to have. Not that she already deals incredible amount of damage, but with that attack buff, it's just skyrocketing. 15k, 22k, thanks to Venom. 26k HP Setsuka, so I suppose she binds most of the team. She, with that, strips and binds everybody. Which is very nice for Hazumaray in this case. Estelle also about to take a turn. Ah, that was ambitious. Going into LCB was very, very ambitious. She has 60% evasion. I would have probably in Hazumaray's. Oh no, never mind. I was about to say DDR, but he has probably 300 plus ER. Yeah. Oh, Magic Cure. So Guardian Ice Crystal. Smygate edition. I see. Yeah, but this is a very awkward spot for Magic Key to be in. Setsuka dodged, but the Detonate is kind of nice, even though the injury itself is very low because Estelle is on her own artifact, and that reduces damage so much. Not just for the unit that gets hit, but also for Estelle herself. It's only 50%. Probably 40%. Very unlucky again for Hazumaray. He missed the target buff here. And misses all 4 attacks too. 60% evasion working as intended, I suppose. feel like in the Hazumare's case, you kind of want to get rid of the Belian ASAP, just so you can Solbun. Okay, Belian wakes up. She's most likely gonna miss, though, at least one target, which is Setsuka. She misses on the cigarette, so yeah, Belian goes poof. At least deals some more damage. Bellona now only has 45% evasion, and Setsuka is gonna blow now. Yeah. I feel like Hazamare won this right here. Yeah. That's a very quick 4-2, just a complete reverse sweep. Hazamare was down 0-2 and then he said, nah, I'm gonna win, I'd win. And then he went 4-0. Like, what? Hazamare is just, I don't know, this guy is out of this world. Like, his account is crazy strong. Well played too. The last game was kind of wild. I did not understand the draft, but it worked perfectly, even though he got resisted on most stuff. That was really... My hats off to Hazamare. Incredible draft, really strong plays. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me go back to my usual capture, window capture in this case. Yeah, good games. Congratulations to Hazamare. I guess too bad for Magic Key, but at least he secured a spot in the E7 World Cup, and he also gets some money out of it. So second place isn't that bad. Always could have been first place, but still, congrats to both players. Amazing games, really well played by both of them. All four of them, I should say. Tetsu and Alabayo also played very well. But Hazamare and Magic Key were better. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this watch party, and we'll see each other next time. Bye bye.